Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to the TJR Auto channel. My name is Tyler, and in today's video, we have a special guest back on the channel. Gwendolyn's home. So, it's here. The tow truck guy dropped it off this way instead of the other way. I don't really know why, so now that the new bed is sticking in the road. I'm not a fan of that, but anyways, she's here. Ironically, somebody folded up my rear seats, which I did have them down when I last left the truck. So somebody folded the seats up, and thankfully, I still have the color match fender flares that go with this bed. They match these flares. They're paint matched. Well, to this bed, not to this bed. And then I also have the grill in there. I am the one that removed the grill when I was at the tow yard because it was holding up the hood from opening, so I ripped it off. So she definitely looks rough. I have no idea what the fuck is leaking out of there. I have not looked yet. I don't really care. I did take a brief look when the truck got dropped off. It looks like the lines here got pretty mangled at the cooler. They're bent pretty hard, so it looks like we're leaking here. And then the lines are actually pinched against the bottom of the radiator support from the bumper, kind of like in this region where the lines go down and under the truck. So I have a trans cooler on the way, so at least I can get this abomination off and try to at least throw a cooler on it, throw new lines on it, and just make the truck drivable. So there's really nothing else fun to show you with the truck. It's the same as it was the last time you saw it. It's crashed. So that's good. But let's talk logistics on how I got the truck back, the situation it's in, well, that I'm in with it, and we're gonna talk money. Don't know if I'm supposed to, but I'm going to. Also, kind of funny, has the keys zip tied to the column. Fucking battery's dead. Would you believe it? That they killed my battery. It's a good battery. But I guess I'll pull it and charge it tonight. I don't... Oh, can I show this or no? I don't know what's on here. It's just GMC. All right, so really quick, I do want to talk about numbers. I want to talk about the nitty gritty of the situation, just so that we're all on the same foot. And I do apologize that the video is late today, but I literally got the truck probably around 1 o'clock. I had to go back to work for another hour and a half, almost 2 hours. So you guys ain't getting the video on time. I'm sorry. It is what it is. At least I tried my hardest to get you guys a video today, and I'm still gonna do that. But anyways, I now have Gwendolyn back. It has been just about 2 weeks since the accident. I think it happened on the night of the 1st. Now today is the 14th. My insurance adjuster only works Monday through Friday, so I could not deal with them on the weekends, but I've been on the phone with them or texting them basically every single day that I can. And if I'm not dealing with them, I was dealing with Copart, who actually was in possession of the truck. You know, if I didn't want to buy the truck back, Copart would have just taken it and auctioned it, I guess. So it was already at their yard. That's where my adjusters did their evaluation of the damage and all that kind of shit. So overall, this truck somehow, base value is worth $5,200. Crazy. I don't know where the fuck they got that number from, but that is absolutely insane. So we ended up losing $611. I don't remember from what. I didn't write that down. But they did nail me $351 for the seats being ripped and $273 for the rust on the bed and the rockers. It's funny, they didn't talk about all the damage on the bed. They only cared about the rust. So that was another $624. So the total value of the truck after taxes, which taxes get, they bring the value up somehow, vehicle tax. I don't know how that works. $4,300. So for anybody who cares, I did write down the basic numbers for the comparables, the comps that they used, I guess, to figure out the value of this thing. So the first truck has 178,000 miles. The second truck has 132,000 miles on it. The first truck with $178 on the odometer was worth $4,200. So 60,000 less miles than mine, worth about the same. Kind of crazy. I don't understand that. The truck was basically the same exact model, it seemed, and had most of the same options. So strange. But the truck that has 100,000 less miles was worth $6,200. That makes more sense to me. So anyways, after my $500 deductible and other bullshit fees and stuff, we're at $3,800 for the truck. So basically, if I didn't want to buy it back, I would get a check for $3,800. That would be the settlement, wipe my hands clean, and that would be it. I could definitely go buy something decent for that. But of course, I had to ask my adjuster, well, what's the buyback cost and how exactly does that work? I've never dealt with this. I'm very curious. So it turns out the buyback cost, at least with my insurance, which is USAA in the tri-state area, the buyback is basically just the scrap value of the vehicle. If they were to scrap it, this is what they would get for it. So I asked, well, how much? And my mouth dropped when she said the number, and then I instantly said, I'll take it. The buyback value that I got this truck for was $698. Hence, now Gwendolyn is a $700 truck. So all said and done, I was supposed to be getting a $3,000 check in the mail on top of getting the truck back, which is, again, crazy. But instead, they ended up adjusting it upwards, and I actually got $3,200 back. Crazy. I somehow made money on the truck and still got the truck back. Like, I was only about probably $2,900 or $3,000 into the truck total with the brand new bed. Well, new to me bed, but it's still kind of a shit bed. I was about $3,000 into the truck with that. So I made $200 and I still got the truck back. That's fucking absurd. It's just insane. It does not make any sense to me, but hey, it is what it is. I'm not going to fight it. So yeah, now we have Gwendolyn back. She is technically totaled, but a very interesting thing, and this really is what sold me on buying the truck back, besides these numbers just making sense. I mean, they make anybody happy. When I spoke to the titling people at Copart, asking them, like, do you need any paperwork from me? Do I have to send the title to you? Anything like that, whatever. And the lady was like, no, we don't need anything from you because we're not going to brand the title, regardless if you buy it back or not. I was like, what do you mean you don't brand the title? Like, the truck's totaled, right? Like, wouldn't it be a salvage title? She said, no, it's 8 years or older in New Jersey, so we don't care. So I'm like, if I buy the truck back, it's got a clean title. Like, just make sure I'm hearing you right. I literally asked her like 5 or 6 times. And she was like, yeah, it's going to have a clean title. So overall, I got my truck back. I bought it for $700. It has a clean title, and I'm getting a check in the mail for $3,200. Insanity. Doesn't make any fucking sense, but again, I'm not going to question it. It is what it is. So that's where we're at with the truck. I still really haven't looked too crazy into the damage. I got some parts on order, got like a new transcooler and shit coming. So I would like to at least be able to make it movable to get it into like my driveway, garage, kind of next to my house. And then once it's back really on my property, I can kind of get a game plan as to what else needs to be done and where to go next. But thankfully, the truck got delivered today. Again, it put off the video, and I was honestly very stressed this week because I had nothing else to film. And I'd feel bad not having a video for you guys, but I'm happy now. I can sleep better at night knowing that my truck is home and that this situation is for the most part taken care of. Really not worried about fixing it. It's not gonna be that hard. It's a truck. It's not very hard to work on. But it was just a nightmare dealing with insurance and Copart and never really getting an answer until 6:30 last night. The towing company said, oh yeah, we'll probably drop it off tomorrow. I was like, okay, I hope so. So that's about all I got for you guys. So definitely be expecting some Gwendolyn content. The $700 truck, I still haven't figured out what nose I want to put on it, and if I do the rear of the truck first to get the bed out of my way, or if I do the front to make it look presentable and fix it the right way. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff going on. I still need to order a drive shaft for the GTO. Thankfully, Bonnie's been good. So a lot of moving parts behind the scenes, but again, we got Gwen back, and that makes me a very happy camper. But that's where we're going to be wrapping it up. Like I said, I need to literally go inside, edit this video, and then post it. So that's fun. So if you guys want to help out the channel more than you already do, down below will be a link to some TJR Auto merch. Ironically, I am not wearing any TJR Auto merch at the moment. And wearing a sweatshirt with a piece of tape on it, so you guys don't know where the fuck I work. If you guys want to see some like Gwendolyn merch, let me know. I probably should make a new design for Gwen. I think she's going to deserve it after the transformation she's going to get. But anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I truly do appreciate it. Thank you all for being very patient with me. And again, just all the overwhelming support. It's been amazing, honestly. So really, thank all of you. I love each and every one of you. I'll catch you guys next week in the next video.